Southern Tag Team Champions with Rocky Johnson, who's now in the WWE Hall of Fame, and he's probably better known as the father of The Rock. Any thoughts on your tag teaming with him and how he was as a person?
Oh, he was very good, very nice person to me. Rocky was a good guy. I mean, well, have you been around Dwayne Johnson? He's just the same.
No, but we have interviewed Rocky.
Yeah, well, Rocky, you know how he is. He's like that. That's just how he is. I mean, you know. And I got along good with him, and his wife Ada got along with my first wife Beverly, and they would come to our house, and Dwayne and little guy and Jamie Dundee, little bitty fellas, he'd go wrestle, but we could never get them to wrestle when they were little. You know, your dad's our age.
Yeah.
But they were smarter than we were. They never did nothing. They're just, I'm not wrestling him. Okay, they're this big.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the whole family was very good to me. And then the Miavias, Peter Miavia, you know who he is? You've heard
High
of him?
Cheif, yeah.
Ooh, mercy, that's the same family.
Yeah.
Bad boy right there, tough, ooh, mercy.
What's an example of his toughness? Because I've heard a few things about him, but I wasn't sure how much of it is true. It was usually surrounded by race when the High Cheif would get into his barroom fights, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, let me do the thing. Yeah, he would fight you now, and could, and very strong.
Yeah.
Well, look how thick he was. I mean, he was unbelievable.
Yeah, and he had all.
And back in them days, it was just. There was no guns, there was really no, I mean, you just got into a fight and that was it.
Yeah.
So, and you know, Peter was a tough boy.
And just while we're on the subject of Rocky Johnson, your wife mentioned to me earlier that your daughter actually babysat The Rock.
Yeah. So yeah, they all grew up, like my son and my daughter and The Rock all kind of was the same age growing up.
And then we'll go back to your past in a minute, but just to skip ahead, when Rocky first came to Memphis, could you tell us any memories of him when he was starting out in the business?
The Rock, when he started off as Flex Cavana,
yes.
Not his dad, not Rocky.
Yeah, I know it's confusing because he had numerous names before he became The Rock.
But yeah, he was a big, good-looking kid, and he could work. But Rocky, his dad didn't want the Johnson name rubbing off, and say, "Well, he just got over it because he's dead."
Yeah. He
wanted him to make it on his own. Well, you can't get more far away. Flex Cavana, Rocky Johnson, you'd never tie them together.
Yeah.
But when you saw him work or do the thing, you started. You know, Rocky did a lot of the things that. The Rock did a lot of things that his dad, Rocky did, drop kick and all them things. So there was a similarity on the work.
How was he attitude-wise?
Oh, very good, and he still is. His attitude on life is good. Now
you can't get as far as you can without that, really.
Right. So you would think, well, why would he have anything to bitch about now? He's the highest-paid movie star in the world. Never mind wrestling. But you have to get there, and you only get there if somebody helps you, and your personality will better be going with it, or you're not going. You know how it is. You've been around this business. I mean, promoter make or break you.
Yeah, because the promoter has to want to push you to get that push, and if he hadn't been given that wrestling push, he never would have been a movie star because that came out of wrestling.
Right. So that was the same thing, little different scale. But Jerry Jarrett and me, when he called the meeting with all the boys, he said, "I know how some of you looking at Bill. He's only 5'7", 210 pounds, but this is who I'm going with, and if you don't like it." But nobody seemed to not like it, so everybody made money.
And you think The Rock is serious that he might run for president in the future? I know he's not going to do it the next election because he's already busy with movie plans, but he's saying possibly in the future he might run.
Well, that part I really can't answer because I don't know what his political view was. When I knew him, he was just a young guy trying to get in the wrestling business, and the movies maybe that's what was focused on his head, but he's been there, done that, so now what do you look at?
Yeah.
So I can't really answer that. No, I have no idea if he's serious or just saying it.